Hey guys, what's up? I hope you all are having a good afternoon. I just got back from school and my professor is very flexible, so I didn't even need to miss that lecture, but I did anyway. So there's that. Anyways, let's go ahead and begin. I can do that. I'm about to use my armpit, but I'm not gonna do that. Anyways, so why I started. It all began summer of 2016, I believe. If not, it was summer of 2015. That sounds more accurate. My brother and my mom were discussing like a gym membership because he was already going to that gym but for free since he knew the owner. Because he had gone like a couple of times like with my dad, and then like my brother would use my dad's account since they have the same name. And well, then he had to get his own membership because the owner was like, hey, you can't be doing that. And my dad didn't even go, so I don't know how that was an issue. Or he would go like every so often, but it wasn't a lot. Anyway, so him and my mom were discussing a gym membership. And then I overheard them and I was like, if he can have one, why can I? And my mom was like questioning me, like, are you sure you're gonna be able to manage, going to the gym? Are you gonna go every day? Are you gonna be like dedicated? Do you have motivation? Like, why do you want to do this? Etc. And my brother as well. And it was a lot at the time. It was like $50 a month, and it was a small gym down the block, so I could see why. But it was like an old school type of gym vibe. So yeah, it's no longer running, unfortunately. It's now a church or like a place of service. Which kind of sucks because it's like, that's where I started. And it's gone. I think they even sold the equipment, or I don't know where they moved, if they're even doing that, but moving on. So I got the membership and I worked out with my brother one time. I think it was probably like the second or third day. We were training biceps. I think it was biceps and triceps, I don't remember, but it was something having to do with biceps. And I couldn't lift the curl bar by itself, like the easy curl bar. And I was like trying to like the 20s, and I was like, I was like it was SpongeBob with his like little thin arms, like with little muscles. And he was like screaming at my face, like, pick it up. Like, I was to the point like he was up in my face, and my brother has a lot of voice, so he was in my face like screaming, and like I was like, I wanna go home. I was like on the point of crying, if not I wasn't already. I don't remember that really well, but I remember that interaction. And then I just continued to go. I stopped working on arms. Then later on, this guy, he's a friend of my brother's. He doesn't really talk to me anymore. He taught me how to squat, and so I just was kind of already strong. I don't know how. I did sports in middle school and a little bit of high school. But I did more of like high school. I just stuck mainly to like fine arts, but I did do softball for a season, and that did not work out for me, which is fine because honestly, like, I had social anxiety, and like all the girls on the team, like, honestly, I was only actual friends with one of the girls, and I'm still best friends with her, and that's Ingrid. So what's up, Ingrid, if you're watching this? And yeah, I didn't, even though we were not on the same team, like, they did me so dirty. Like, I will not forget that, but I've let it go, and I've forgiven the coach and the circumstances and everything that happened. But anyway, he basically, like, the next season, he asked me if I was going to join and that I would get a letterman and that I would be varsity, and I was like, no, I'm already getting a letterman as a junior from choir, so it's okay. I have my patches too. I'm from theater, so yeah, that's how that turned out. And so I just, I regret not doing any sports in high school, like, or like being so dedicated to one rather than just quitting it. But then at the same time, I did really well in choir in high school. I was very quiet. I minded my business. And I was brought into trouble. Like, I don't talk to anyone. I really don't. Even then to now, I'm very to myself. And people, like, that seems like a shock to them when, I have a one-on-one conversation or when I post on social media, they're like, you know, like, you're so easygoing and this and this. I'm like, yeah, because I choose to reserve my energy and to spend that energy on people who I choose to, or who I want to, because I'm not gonna just hang out with anybody, or I'm not gonna just do anything with anybody without really like vibing with them, or, you know, like having some sort of an interest. But anyway, I don't know why I started talking about that, but I started doing squats and abs, because I did do sports more in middle school, to be honest, like soccer. I did try for volleyball, but I was only there for like a week, I think. I don't remember. And then I quit. I think it's because I was gonna start working. No, that was 6th grade. I wasn't working. I wasn't 16 yet. Why did I not? I don't know. I just thought it was too hard, probably, or that it was too much pressure. Honestly, the coach did intimidate me a lot. She was very firm, and I was not like in the headspace to be pushed. That sounded very racist, but yeah. Anyway, so I I did exercise, like mostly body weight, but not actually weights, except, you know, for softball we would go in the weight room, and I saw these girls, and I was like, they were benching like 45 plates, and I was like, man, they don't look like they work out. If they can do that, like repping it for 10, I can do that like nothing. I put on the weight. I told them to start me off with 95 pounds. So then they loaded, and that humbled me real quick. I've never been so humbled from that point moving forward. But anyway, I just did the bar, and even at that they had to spot me, which was really embarrassing. But we all start somewhere, which is why I do not criticize anyone at the gym unless it's something that's very questionable. You know, I'll be like, okay, what are you doing? You know, I'll tell them, like, do you need help? Or I'll ask them, even though like I don't work there, but just to, out of courtesy, to be nice. But then I became 18. I graduated high school. You know, I was like the gym rat of choir, because like they would come to me for workouts, because I had lost a lot of weight, but because I only ate eggs for like 2 weeks, and so I dropped weight like crazy. And then just working out, I looked a little bit toned. No, I wasn't even toned, I was just skinny, but I thought I looked good. I mean, I did kind of have like definition like on my shoulders, but not a lot. But I would have flexed my shoulders a lot, because I don't know, like they're just kind of popping. So I was like, okay, I don't know what did that, because I would never work on arms before, but I don't know. So then I graduated high school, and I started taking summer classes, and then I moved gyms, because that gym closed down. I started going to Planet, made friends at Planet, left that gym. Okay, bye. And then after that, I'm sorry, I'm like reading a text, but okay, so I moved gyms, right? And I started going to Iron House, and the owner charges me for the membership. It was $20 a month at the time. I don't know how much it is now. And I asked them if they were hiring trainers, because I was working at Planet Fitness, but due to transportation issues, I got fired. But just know that it was something that happened to me, and that was why. Okay, you know what? Long story short, I got fired because I wasn't showing up on time to my job, because I was in a very severe car accident that left me with PTSD. I was diagnosed with PTSD about 3 years later, so I have to say, you know, no hard feelings. It happened. It's, you know, people say it's tacky to say, oh, it's a part of me, but it really is, because you can either complain and say how much, you know, it's affected you negatively, or you can see it as a new opportunity to build yourself again, like to make a new you, because you can't stay the same person forever. Like eventually you're gonna have to, you know, evolve, and if you don't, then that's really sad. Like it's really sad. I'm sorry. But anyway, So I started going there and to Iron House, and then the owner, I asked him about the training and stuff, and he said that he rents out the gym, but he won't charge until, you know, there's actual clients and stuff. And then I just went on with my workout. It was my leg day, and I was wearing my softball shirt and I had my name on it. Ironic that I brought up softball right now, but anyway. I heard footsteps, and that, like, out of all things, like, I don't know why that distracted me. So yeah, and then the owner comes up to me and he's like, are you in powerlifting, or were you in powerlifting? And I was like, no. And at that point, a lot of people were asking me that, and they thought, well, I don't think 145 is a lot, but it is a lot when you're starting out. And I was 19 years old, so they're like, that's a lot of weight. I'm like, dude, that's nothing. Like, if I was competing, like, in high school, like, you know, I had seen other powerlifters, so for them to tell me that I was strong, it was just like, I don't believe you, because I've seen stronger people. I was comparing myself to people who've been doing this way before me, like, and actually competing as a sport, like, because I did want to do powerlifting, and I was like really like going to the gym to build up my strength at that point. But no, I told him no, and then he asked me if I was interested in bodybuilding, and I had heard of bodybuilding, but like, I knew about Arnold's and, you know, Ronnie Coleman and other people because of my brother. And so afterwards, I forgot to mention that I would go to Planet with my best friend Jackie all the time. But moving forward, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to edit this out. But anyway, so he asked me if I was interested, and I said I was, and he was gonna be my coach, you know. And I don't even think I'm not gonna, okay, anyway, he was willing to really train me, and he told me he's like on another level. I'm like, have you seen the way you train? Like, I'm drenched. Like, that gym does not have AC, but on top of that, like, I'm a natural, I just sweat a lot. Like, I can be anywhere, and like, I can be wearing this shirt like at 70-degree weather, and my pits will be stained with sweat. Like, I kid you not, like, I sweat a lot. Like, I don't even need to be taking nitric oxide, which I still do. I didn't today though, but I still do, because it opens up your, obviously it opens up your pores. It, you know, brings more oxygen to your veins, so you get more vascularity. Sorry. I had my moment. Okay. So then I told him, you know, like, that I was interested, but then my mom, you know, she disagreed, so I didn't move forward with it. And then I turned 19, I moved out of my house, I moved in with my sister, then I moved to UTRGV. I was basically talking to a counselor, and they suggested that that was my best option, that I needed to grow as an individual by leaving my household, due to circumstances at that time. So I went ahead and I moved out, and I found that it was really helping me. And then I was there living on campus, and I was 19 years old, and then that's when Mace hit me up because of my friend Ray. I don't talk to him anymore. He's been MIA, so Mace met me through Ray, and we started talking, and he asked if I was interested, and I said of course. And during that time I was really interested, but then it was very difficult because, you know, he was working at PS on Cage, and I was going to RGV, no transportation, so he would have to pick me up. And at first I was scared, and, you know, like, I didn't know who I could trust. And so and Mace had we had discussed that, I think, even beforehand, like, you know, no, I'm not like that, or, you know, this is just like, if he was telling me it was his job, you know. So I'm sponsored. I you know, didn't have to pay a dime out of pocket, which I'm still so grateful for, because, oh my goodness. Anyway, and I was very on and off with it, like, up until you know, I would meal prep, and then I would, like, not do it, and then, not do cardio or just not gym and just always eat out. And you know, at the time I was in a relationship, and like most relationships you eat, and like we would still go to the gym, but I just got really insecure about myself, and then just a lot of issues were going on, and you know, I just realized that it wasn't for me anymore. And I was sad because, you know, this is someone who I thought I was going to be with for the rest of my life. And then I ended it. I had started actually going to the gym. I was cycling at 5 a.m. every morning. And then I think about 2 months later, before like, you know, it's settling in, that's when I ended things. And I told myself I wasn't going to be with anybody and that I was going to work on myself. And then I met somebody, and then, you know, it didn't work out. And I don't want to say that we're friends, because friends don't put friends through shit. But like, that's someone who I consider an acquaintance, maybe in the future. But right now I can't be friends with somebody who did that to me, and then with more stuff leading to it. I'm just going through a lot in my life at this moment, but I'm just choosing not to pay attention to negativity, because I had that weigh me down a lot in my life, especially when I was younger, or what people had to say about me, whether it was good or bad. Like, you know, it's very hard to get out of that routine of caring about what other people think, people pleasing, you know, feeling anxious all the time, not being able to express yourself. But the thing is that like, there's power in your voice, so, you know, too much or too little is bad. But I started taking it very serious at that point, after that first relationship, or even a little bit before. And then I got more into it with this person, and now ultimately I just go to the gym and I give it my all, because honestly I don't like, it's nice, you know, like your physique, it's like not even, it shouldn't really be on the top of your list, if I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, your number one thing on your top of your list should be for your mental health, because honestly I don't know what I would do without the gym. Like, that's where I relieve all my stress. You know, I feel like I'm able to really be myself, you know. And I don't wear my glasses or my contacts for this reason, but I don't care who's looking at me. Like, if I see you and you say hi, then that's great. You know, I've met one of my friends on like the second day, and I consider her a very close friend, because like, of people like her. Like, I still have a little bit of faith in people, but other people can just be really mean. And like, there I feel like I'm able to be who I am, even though, you know, I can feel people looking at me, or feel, because you can feel energies, and honestly I can pick up on things pretty quickly when it comes to that. So I usually just stay to myself, or, you know, if I see like, okay, like they don't like, you know, intimidating, or they don't look rude, I can talk to them, then I will. Like, a lot of people recently have been coming up to me more, like messaging me, which I think is great, because, you know, like at other gyms I can't really connect with people like that. Like, they see you, but I mean, they're just a little bit more welcoming, because like, it's not a corporation, you know, it's just, Top Gym is like family owned, you know, mom and pop gym, like, and it's a pretty great one. Like, if you tell me, or if you have to ask me, it's a pretty great one. So I enjoy it there. I love being there. So I don't regret it, even though like the reason why I joined, you know, like, they're not in my life anymore. I had gone to that gym before and I had liked it, but I mean, there was just a lot that was missing, and so it kind of like, they didn't have the renovation, so I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be paying this much money to come here anymore. But like, now as someone who's like on a contract, I'm like, I'm so glad I made this decision. Like, you know, it was 2019 the first time I went, until like now recently, like February of 2020. Like, I love it, and yeah, that is just something about me. So I hope you all enjoyed this. I will be making, or I don't think I'll be making another video about like, or I could actually, about like more into depth about like with school and stuff, because I am getting a lot of questions about that as well. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and follow. I would appreciate that, but if not, that's cool too. I appreciate the view anyway. But anyways, I hope you guys have an awesome evening. I hope you all take care and drink your water, take your vitamins, and take no BS